I was only laughing at the fact, Mike, that he had interesting things to say based on the lack of playing time he has gotten behind the young guy. But Eli Manning is going to be an outstanding player in this league. And the thing is he is at full understanding of what is being asked of him and what his capabilities are from the quarterback position. So, you know what? For a guy who has an outstanding running game and running back with Tiki Barber and the weapons he has outside of Monty Toomer, Jeremy Shockey gets back in this lineup. This is a football team. The sky's the limit once the playoffs start.
This is an awful penalty. Giants got a good deep kickoff. It was well covered. Now a poor kick. The Raiders are going to get better field position. Chris Carr takes it to the 40 and to the 45-yard line. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near Tom Coughlin right now.
No, he'll probably yank some people here as they come off the field.
Justin Tuck makes the tackle. There you go.
Boy, I tell you, he is not a happy camper. And he's going straight to the culprit. Who's the culprit? Who did it? What were you thinking?
Mike Cloud added back to the roster this week. You know, with all the Giants linebacking injuries, they've got their 3 starters and 2 backups out. Where it really has an impact we don't talk about much is special teams.
That's it, because all those guys playing now were special team standouts, Mike.
1st and 10, nice field position for the Raiders from the 44. Collins throws a hard one to Moss. Did he bring it in? No, out of bounds. Incomplete.
That throw was a little late from Kerry Collins. A great route by Randy Moss. I was impressed. Outstanding route by Randy Moss. He is not 100%, ladies and gentlemen, because Randy Moss is a guy who needs his speed. So he's not 100%, but the ball is thrown a little late, and he wasn't able to get both feet down. Very nice thrown ball, just thrown just a smidge late, not to allow for a completion.
Moss had the rib, groin, and pelvis injuries, suffered with that hard hit into triple coverage back in mid-October in the game against San Diego. 2nd and 10. Randall Williams caught it. It'll be 3 yards shy of the first down as he was twisted like a pretzel, and you could hear it. That one hurt at the 49, and Williams has not gotten up. So the Raiders already without starting tight end Courtney Anderson. See Williams, the free agent who went to New Hampshire. Was with Bill Parcells in Dallas, picked up by the Raiders. Shaken up here. Timeout.
It's 3 weeks before he plays himself back into really good NBA game shape.
Job on him. He just run away from Parker until he gets into the basket area.
Oh, Duncan with the left hand. And Parker setting him up beautifully with the behind the back pass. They get to stay home and watch. They get a first round bomb. The handoff, I should say McGee on a run back. Sideline. McGee. He's gone. Terrence McGee. Blitz coming. Bowler hangs in there and throws. And it's going to be a touchdown. And went straight to the end zone. And there's a rarity. What a catch.
Randall Williams getting retaped. Boy, he took a ankle-bending tackle over there at the midfield stripe.
I feel it.
3rd and 2. Raiders without their top 2 tight ends. We'll see some 3 wide now. Collins hitch, throws, caught Moss. First down at the 40. That's coverage right in front of Chris DeLoach.
And against the cover 2 corner, there's not a lot of people that can run a play like this, but good patience by Randy. Remember, he is not 100%, but outstanding big arm throw on the outside by Kerry Collins. I mean, to make that throw from the pocket.
Strahan got shaken up, and he is angry. Feels like somebody, I don't know if he got a hand up in his helmet and ripped his helmet off. He is really mad looking back at the player involved. And you see the cut under his left eye. Strahan barking back at the officials and the player involved looking for the flag there. I'll be honest, I was looking at the ball, but you see, obviously, that cut and Michael's left eye closing there.
That's got to be hands to the face, Mike. Oh, that's just, yeah, that's
And Chad Slaughter, the tackle, is in there for the injured Robert Gallery.
Got his hands inside Michael's face mask, and that's a guy's future, so you can understand why Michael Strahan is upset.
So now the Giants will have Strahan coming off the edge with Umenyiora, and movement by Brad Badger, the left guard.
5-yard penalties, remains first down.
Just picked up a first down. 5-yard penalty, 1st and 15. Take 2 steps forward, 7.5 steps back.
And you can see how that eye closes up real quick on Michael. Very lucky to get the eye closed and not the finger right in the eye.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Very lucky. Just the 4th penalty on the Raiders, most penalized team in the league. Giants have 7 flags. Collins stepping up and throwing behind Doug Gabriel, and incomplete. So Justin Tuck, the rookie out of Notre Dame, came in for the injured Strahan, and the 3rd-round pick did a nice job of forcing the timing slightly off.
And if Kerry Collins throws this ball in front of Doug Gabriel, it is picked by number 54, who is running to that throwing lane right now. He is rallying to the throwing lane, and Kerry Collins gathered himself just enough to throw that football away, or it would have been 6 for the New York Giants.
Strahan still out. Randall Williams, injured 3 plays ago, has returned at tight end for Oakland. 2nd and 15. It's been all throws. This is a deep one. This is for Gabriel. It's incomplete. Raider fans and bench looking for a flag. None is thrown.
That's my old teammate Terrell Buckley on the coverage. That's T-Buck on the coverage, Mike. Did a good job of feeling and falling, forcing the receiver to the boundary, and then lost his footing. Just lost it, feel and fall. See, you feel and fall, and you get just enough of the wide receiver to force it to be an incomplete pass. So not bad defense, although Buck lost his footing, but very nice technique for a veteran guy.
Buckley hadn't played much tonight. 14th year out of Florida State. His 6th team, had a couple of tours with Miami. 47 career picks. 3rd among active players in the league. 3rd and 15. Umenyiora knocked it out. Free ball. And the Raiders get it back. O.C. Umenyiora comes around and knocks it out of the hands of Kerry Collins.
I wonder if they double teamed him, Mike, or if he was one-on-one, because I've been trying to tell people all night that if he's one-on-one, he's going to win. And the rest of that defense did a great job of not allowing the quarterback an opportunity to step up. He is right at the launch point. When you get to the launch point and you can't step up, look how quick he beats. Wow, Barry Sims, my goodness. That's hands in a swim move, and he's there.
And that is a sack. That is the 2nd for Umenyiora. 14.5 on the season. Beautiful rainmaker by Leckler, and too good. Goes back through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So Michael Strahan gets the shot to the face, but the guy he has kind of led his way into this terrific NFL season, O.C. Umenyiora, comes up with a sack, and these numbers are updated. Umenyiora, a sack and a half behind Derek Burgess. Both players, as is typical, credited for the sack on the fumbles they forced on the quarterbacks here in this quarter.
I mean, both Umenyiora, both Derek Burgess do an outstanding job. Got great closing speed. And, you know, you don't talk about a lot of closing speed from defensive ends, but they do an outstanding job once they beat the tackle of zeroing in on the quarterback.
Eli Manning and the Giants look to go ball control. They give it to Barber. Spinning through would be tackled for a gain of 9. Michael Strahan, he's really enjoyed playing alongside O.C. Umenyiora. Here's Michael's comments on his young counterpart.
It's been great playing with O.C. because O.C. brings enthusiasm. He's young. His story is very similar to mine. Didn't really play in high school and from overseas, basically. And I don't know, small colleges, so we have a lot in common. And he said I remind him of his brother. And I think what I've learned by playing with O.C. is just he's kind of like a King Matata, just like whatever happens, happens. Where I've always been a little bit more, screaming and hollering, more focused and serious. And, but I think we complement each other well because it's like a true brother relationship.
Barber carries for the first down. Barber has been the leader on the offense, and Umenyiora has benefited from Strahan's leadership on the defensive side as well. Michael Strahan said when he got hurt last year, all of a sudden those requests to OCU Manura, come watch some videotape after practice, come work a little, do the extra lifting that I do. Well, those requests were not fulfilled by Manura, but all of a sudden when Strahan was injured, OC was the one looking to do that. And on the phone saying, hey, Mike, can you come watch a little film with us?
The young guys see the value of those old guys and what they bring to the table.
Danny Clark comes up with a big hit on Tiki Barber as Barber was gaining his footing as the Giants look to take this under 10 minutes, leading by 9, looking to clinch the NFC East title for the first time in 5 years.
Tiki Barber shaking off that hip there, I see. So it must have had a little sting, a little pop to it when he got up in the hole there from DC 55.
Clark has been very good again this year. Really the top defensive performer the Raiders had last year as well.
Yes, he was, Mike. Guy enjoys playing the game of football, reads his keys, and brings some intentions when he gets to the ball carrier.
2nd and 10. Here is Manning throwing the deep ball for Burris, who broke, but the ball was thrown to the other side, and Flex had to adjust, and it's incomplete.
And Eli Manning understands that's all on him. He's got a guy wide open for a touchdown, and he just doesn't get it out there. I hope we can get a chance to see what technique Eli used in throwing this football, because he's got 6. All you got to do is step and throw and let it go. And you see, hanging on the back foot, Mike. Ball comes out, shoulder, your elbows, all those things that he and Tom Coughlin talked to us about the other night. True in that one play. That's why you have an incomplete.
3rd and 10. No Barber after taking that hit from Clark. It is Mike Cloud in the backfield. And movement will cost him 5. Shenko, the tight end, in for Shockey.
False start, number 82 offense. 5-yard penalty remains, 3rd down.
8th Giant penalty, 142. Barber is good enough to get back in now.
You have to be able, when you throw the football, you have to be able to technically be able to plant, step, and throw. And you see him hang back, that's just all arm. Look, there's no follow through. Ball comes out high, there's no control because you're not accurate with your arm. Ladies and gentlemen, you're accurate throwing the football with your feet. Your left toe points to the target. That's what he didn't have. That's why the ball was underthrown and incomplete.
Brace off the back foot, the torque in your body to get it out.
Exactly. Well, that's a receiver spitting quarterback knowledge there, Mike.
3rd down, they need to get to the 42. Screen set up for Barber. Great catch in traffic. Brought down at the 31-yard line, and Barber's left ankle might be hurt. Jared Cooper with the tackle. I think he came down on Barber's left ankle, and that is the last thing the Giants need tonight or for next week. And Tom Coughlin, look at it, you can just see his eyes close. You got to be kidding me. So Barber, who was hit hard on 1st down, the 2 guys we showed you at the very beginning of the game, the veterans who know that the window closes when you get to this part of your career, both banged up in this game to win the East.
ESPN continues the year-end review with a look back at the top 10 games of the year. We watched the tapes over and over and came up with our own list. SportsCenter's top 10 games of 2005. Only on ESPN. And now
Well, great news for Giants fans. Tiki Barber walked off under his own power without a noticeable limp as we were away. It is 4th down. The Giants will kick it away, leading by 9, 9:40, and the 4th quarter clock is turning after the injury, so Fiegels and the Giant punt team will let the time wind it down. High short kick, Carr from the 33. Able to make 2 men miss, but a penalty marker comes down as Carr goes down at the 38-yard line. .36-yard kick. James Butler was there for coverage. We have a
During the return, illegal block in the back, number 37, receiving team. 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
Calvin Branch of the Raiders. Let's go back to the Barber injury. Just gets the ankle out of the way because before this was a devastating injury.
Yeah, it looks like the tackler lands on it and kind of pins it to where he can't release it underneath himself. And I could be wrong, but if it were me, and it is, that'd be the last we see of Tiki Barber tonight.
With a 9-point lead and 9:19 to go. And Ronnie Barnes, the rest of the Giants medical staff not over there. Meantime, the defense comes back on the field as Strahan remains on the bench with that finger in the eye on the last drive. Kerry Collins and the Raiders did not throw it run it, I should say, on the prior drive. They'll do it in the air again. Wow, complete to Moss, just over Alonzo Jackson's 6'4" reach. First down. Here's Sam to update the Giants injury story.
Yeah, well, you're talking about Tiki Barber and his ankle. They actually tell me that it's a sprained ankle and his return is probable. He's sitting on the bench right now. What he's doing, he's rolling around his left foot. He's rolling that around. They haven't even taken off his shoe. They haven't iced it, but they are saying his return is probable. Good news for the Giants.
Okay, Sam, thank you. Tiki Barber, who has passed Sean Alexander of Seattle by some 34 yards to take the NFL rushing title lead here tonight. Play clock down at 1 as Collins was getting up to adjust the play, and it became a delay game.
5-yard penalty remains first down.
He got stopped. I mean, Mike, he wanted the audible, but it was almost like they didn't have an audible to go to. So he looked over at Coach Norv Turner like, you know, what am I going to do? Because the Giants did a great job of disguising it late. The safety ran up late. Everyone was at the line of scrimmage, and he just didn't have an answer.
Wow. Flag 6 for the Raiders, 8 for the Giants. That race to see who has the most penalties this year. Raiders still in the lead there. First and 15. Collins hit as he threw, and the pass was incomplete. Nick Bryson, the linebacker, coming through, and he is shaken up. Oh, my goodness. This is unbelievable for the Giants. I think 2 Giants ran into each other. And this is the one linebacker who's played. You know, it's Reed Coughlin's left. Come on, Nick. Like, get up, please. Man.
OC Union Europe pushing the pocket right up the middle. No, it's just on the hit.
Never hit Justin Tuck. Tuck was down for a minute. Looked like they had both been shaken up. Boy, the Giants linebacking core has been absolutely devastated. Carlos Emmons, Antonio Pierce, and Barrett Green started the season at linebacker for the Giants. Chase Blackburn came in last week, had an interception for a touchdown, then injured his neck and was down on the ground for a while after hitting Chris Cooley of the Redskins. Had to spend the night in the hospital, took the train back to New York on Sunday. He's on injured reserve. Emmons was put on injured reserve. He was less than thrilled. He thought he could get over the pec muscle injury and come back. But those guys are gone for the year. Richie Torbor, that hamstring that he has re-injured, he's out as well. Bryson able to get up, but Bryson was the only linebacker with real starting experience that was left. Right. Now the Giants, although they're probably going to be a nickel here the rest of the way,
right, yeah,
will be missing any linebackers who've done it on a regular basis.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 defensive backs on the field right now.
Wow. This has got to affect them and catch up to them as we get to the playoffs.
Oh yes,
against better teams. It really does. Can't lose that many backers. No. 2nd and 15. Collins holding it long, throwing for Porter. Nothing there with the coverage. Well, 3rd down coming up.
Now that was a bad decision by Kerry because he has a receiver down at the bottom of the screen that he could have gotten the football to. Randall Williams at the bottom of the screen could have gotten him maybe 11 or 12 of that 15 yards. And now we got 3rd and 15 where he could have been in 3rd and 2 or 3.
Is there, you do this, you watch all the coaches film all the time, you've done this for your life. Is the Raider passing game sophisticated?
No, it really isn't. But it takes.
I will ask you that. I'll let you, because there's never the guys crossing in the middle.
I mean, look like Rod Smith for the Denver Broncos.
Like, how does Rod Smith get 14 yards open every time? 3rd down, deep drop. Here is Collins throwing. It is caught. Beautiful catch out of the air by Gabriel. And Doug has picked up a 1st down. at the 48-yard line.
But when you allow Kerry Collins to go back and do that, Mike, back foot hit, step up, throw the football, he is going to be effective. He is going to be accurate. Watch the drop right here. Very good straight line drop. There's the hitch. Very nice over-the-top throw. When you allow him to do that, he is going to be accurate. On the play before, he had to hold on to the football, and that is not a forte for Kerry Collins to be successful.
Gabriel, 8 catches, 100 yards, his second 100-yard game of the season. He pumps. Now Collins throws and may have been hit as he threw. Either that or he's just getting rid of it to an open space.
He got baited again. And you got Kerry Collins going back foot hits. Now he's shuffle. That's not who Kerry Collins is. He's a rhythm guy. He wants to drop back and get the ball. He wants Jerry Porter in the slot. Back foot hits. There's the shuffle. And he got a little Justin Tuck did a very nice job getting in, getting the hit. Very nice, Mike. I didn't know you saw that. You sneaked that in on you.
Yeah, anytime you want to listen, Sterling, as we go through here.
I got to listen to you sitting next to you?
You only have 7.5 minutes left to work with me. 2nd and 10. Raiders trailing by 9. Collins. And is incomplete.
He did everything right. Mike, he did everything right. Randall Williams did everything right but catch it.
For the 3rd time tonight.
He did everything right but catch it. I mean, he did everything. He put his body in a position that a defender had to go through him. He did everything right but catch the football. But watch him cut the defender off. Did everything right but catch the football. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a postman, a bus driver, or even a school teacher, if you can catch, you can play in the National Football League too.
Collins, 22 of 41, 288 yards, 3rd and 10. Stepping in, throwing high and complete. And we'll have 4th down coming up. 7:22 left. Raiders have a full complement of timeouts. And on 4th and 10, they will punt it away here, knowing they need 2 scores, although there's a little indecision. Now the punt team will come out and come on. As Randy Moss saunters off the field after running a deep route.
Frustrated. Not getting the opportunities. Had 1 catch in that drive, but behind, and as a featured guy, you want to have an opportunity to determine the outcome.
Chad Morton's punt return, the biggest play of this 2nd half. They put the Giants in position for the touchdown that put them up 2 scores. Fair catch signaled for by Morton. Lets it bounce, and the Raiders will down it at the 9. So the Giants will take over there. We'll see if Tiki Barber comes back out after tweaking his ankle halfway through the 4th. The Giants that close to the Eastern Championship.
The IRL IndyCar Series, the top open-wheel racing, thrills rabid racing fans around the world on ESPN. The 2005 season moved into the American Southwest for the Phoenix Indy 200. All the superstar drivers were primed for victory. Reigning champion Tony Kanaan, fellow Brazilian Helio Castro Nieves were the favourites going in. But a good old Texan, 2-time champion Sam Hornish Jr. went home with the victory. ESPN, the home of the IRL IndyCar Series.
Football, 8:30 Eastern. Kickoff after NFL prime time. Of course, that, like tonight's game, available in high definition. Tiki Barber back on the field for the Giants, who are 7-10 away from winning the division and also bringing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers into the playoffs with them as well. 1st and 10, Barber runs for a couple of yards to the 12. Tiki Barber really has risen to MVP status this season with his performance, and basking in the glory of it in New York, as star players in star seasons can do. Very involved in the community, every charitable New York event, in the media. He appears on the early morning Fox cable news show. Does a pretty good job, too. He gets involved in all the conversations and certainly has a future aspiration for this business. But his business on the football field has been terrific thus far this year.
And I think that's the important thing, Mike, is it does not interfere with who he is on the field. And, you know, talking to him the other night and saying, being around some coaches and TV that don't like their players having a lot of outside distractions. Tom Coughlin went to him and said, as long as I don't see it distracting or becoming a distraction to the team or to you, you can do what you want. And he's doing a very veteran job of handling the off-the-field situations that go on football in his life.
3rd and 2 as we dive under 6 minutes remaining in regulation. Manning, big throw, it is dropped by the backup tight end, Shanko.
And if he catches it, he's still running, Mike, because the two Raider defensive guys run into each other. If he catches this football, he is still running. Because right here, the safety and the corner have run into each other in the bottom right of your screen right there. Stuart Schweigert on the ground.
And Fabian Washington.
There's no one else that, unless I get out of here and make the tackle, he probably is going to score.
So Vishanti Shanko in for the injured Jeremy Shockey. We've had a night of tight end drops, and the Raiders 3 and out, exactly what they needed to do. Fiegel's kick is high and short. Carr called for the fair catch. It did not get a good bounce, so the Raiders will take over in good field position right around midfield. When the game started, we have a penalty marker down. A penalty marker down.
Team 10-yard penalty, first down.
And holding on the Raiders. So a holding flag on the Raiders. It will remain Raider possession, but will back them up. Randy Moss, who has a couple of touchdowns tonight, had in mind he had a big night in him.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, this is my last game, man, of the NFL season. I'm going to try to give you a little something, man. Stay tuned, baby.
And he certainly has by hauling in 2 touchdowns for the first time in a season and a half in the regular season. He did it in the playoffs for the Vikings at Green Bay last year. Randy getting the 2, but the Raiders have not come to him as much after that second touchdown on these drives where they've only thrown the ball.
No, they haven't. And, you know, I guess you'd kind of want to see, and I keep reminding you, Mike, he's not healthy, not 100%. But, and Randy's a guy that definitely needs his speed to be effective. He is not a system guy where you can create offense for him. He can do that with his speed, and he doesn't have that right now.
I'm trying to figure out where exactly the ball is here after walking off that flag against the Raiders.
It was holding, so it should move up 5 yards from where they have it spotted right now. The ball was touched on like the 48-yard line.
And then down at the 49 of the Raiders, so -10 from there to 39.
Right?
The ball hit and then continued to bounce. It was not touched. So that's why the ball was marked at the 49 of Oakland.
And then moved back to 10 from there.
Strahan back in for the Giants. First down. Here is Moss, who will get a first down. And here's Sam to update us on Michael.
You see a difference for him. They put the shield on his face mask. What they did after the gash under his left eye looked a lot like that of a boxer. They kept the bleeding, actually stopped the bleeding with the ice on it to keep the swelling down a little bit. Didn't require any stitches, but they did add the shield there.
Did not need Mickey to cut him. Yeah. Cut me, Mickey.
Cut me, Mick, yeah.
I'm going back in.
I guess he'll be playing a little angrily right now, too. You might want to double team him.
After the 11-yarder to Moss, high out of bounds throw, incomplete. The Raiders' play selection tonight, they have run the ball 13 times. They have thrown it 47.
At least they have some sort of identity, though, Mike. I know who and what this Raider team was going to try and accomplish tonight. But throughout the season, they claim to be a power-running football team with a Randy Moss and a Joey Porter on your team, and that's just not who they are, which is why they don't have Lamont Jordan in this football game, because he's not a power-running guy.
Jordan, 14 games, injured the last 2 of the season. Here's Collins' throw, incomplete. Moss was heading in the neighborhood of that. Will Allen over there on coverage. It's third down coming up.
And you cannot continue to have your football team in a game where you need 2 scores in 3rd and 10 or more. It's not realistic to think that even with the firepower of the Raiders that you can continually convert these. I mean, some of these, you know, sometimes you got to take the 4s and the 5-yard catches to get in manageable third down situations. This is tough.
3rd and 10, you might think that this is 4-down territory inside of 5 minutes, needing 2 scores. Collins stepping up. That ball got deflected up in the air, but Moss came back and made a play. First down at the 31-yard line. May have been Strahan getting a piece. We've had multiple pass attempts deflected here in the 4th quarter.
Three-man rush. Michael Strahan one-on-one. Gonna win.
Good awareness by Moss.
Very good awareness by Randy. And, you know, that's what special players make special plays. And he's, you know, he's trying to keep his football team in it.
He comes out. Alvis Whitted comes in this three receiver. Moss has 7 grabs on the night. Check down to Zach Crockett at the 26, 2nd and 5.
How was Umanura not offsides on that play? He was shot out of a cannon. How was he not offside? Oakland in the hurry-up.
Raiders into the 4-minute offense. No huddle. Moss checks himself back in. A big play away from being a tight game. Good. Quick throw to Whitted. First down. Kerry Collins can still spin it. He can still throw it.
When he throws it in rhythm, and that is gather, control, and throw it, nobody does it better in the National Football League, Mike. When you allow him to do this, take his 5-step drop, decision made, ball comes out, nice tight spiral low and away, he is as good as anybody in football. When you can get Kerry Collins to move, throw on the move, or hold on to the football, he definitely can be had.
Huge game against the team that told him the future is on the other sideline. The future is Eli Manning. Time to move on. From the 18, 1st and 10. Giants pressure picked up. The front of the end zone is pass interference in the end zone on Terrell Buckley. Gabriel was brought down. He's shaken up. The Raiders will have it 1st and goal.
Shake route. Got Buck looking on the inside, went to the corner.
Pass interference. Number 22 of the defense in the end zone. Ball will be placed on the 1-yard line. Automatic 1st down.
Got Buck looking, caught him in one-on-one, and ran a nice little post corner. Very nice tight split. Buck should know he's going back on the outside. Got him looking on the inside, and that's just, you know, got turned around, loses his footing, and makes the grab. I mean, it's a good play because you force the Raiders offense to play another play, but Terrell Buckley's a veteran. He has better technique than that.
John Paul Fossey, the fullback. Zach Crockett behind him. 1st and goal. Oakland to tighten it up. Here is Crockett pushing forward. Nick Bryson back in the game. Helps make the stop. We'll have 2nd down coming up. Raiders can't afford to waste time. Need to get back in there very quickly. Moss checked himself back in, but he comes back and stay with the power formation. But Oakland needs to go. You can see on the sideline the players are saying, hey, let's go, guys. Time's a wasting here. 2nd down, usually that down where you go play action pass to the tight end. Collins will run it with Crockett. Stopped again. Wow. The Giants defense answering the call. Jabril Wilton comes up, and the Raiders forced to take a timeout.
That's unacceptable.
Yes.
Your offensive line can't get you to line of scrimmage in 1 yard. That is unacceptable by the Oakland Raiders. Totally unacceptable. You can't get 1 yard with these big guys. You can't get me the line of scrimmage. You got to be kidding me. Especially in a football game that you've done everything the game has asked you to do. You've hung in there. You've taken the Giants' best punches, all their big plays, and you can't give me a yard? You can't give me the line of scrimmage? That's unacceptable. That is totally unacceptable.
I was telling you about Randy Moss. He wanted to get himself back in the game. Raiders wanted to stay with the power formation.
There was not a lot of power in that formation there, Mike.
It's interesting, in that little piece of audio you heard at the very top of the game, Moss said when they brought the huddle in pregame, let's put all distractions aside. Implying that there were. 3rd and goal. They've run it twice with no success. They tried Crockett again to the right side. He's shy of it, I think. He sure is. 4th down.
Oh, my.
Well, the Giants are one player. Do you take the field goal down here, Sterling?
No, Mike. No, it's our season.
If you don't kick the field goal, are the Raiders taking another timeout?
It's our season.
Or do we have an injury timeout? Let's see. Raiders timeout.
Yeah,
Raiders timeout. Sterling, I only say it because
you need to.
Mathematically, you need 2 scores, and now you're down to 1 timeout. So if the Giants get 1 first down, essentially the game will be over when they get the ball back.
I just don't think you can leave the 7 here, Mike. In this situation with 4 wins, yeah, you have something to lose, and that is a football game. So I don't want to say they don't have anything to lose, because they do. But you're here on the 1-yard line, and it's time for men to stand up and be men. Offensive line, it's time for you to sit at the head of the table. Fullback, it's time for you to sit at the head of the table. And Zach, whatever it takes, you have to get this football in the end zone, bar none.
Well, the Giants division championship could be a snap away. 4th and goal from less than a yard. Holland's keeping, seeking. He was pulled back by Justin Tuck.
He didn't get in.
Justin Tuck, the rookie, pulled him back. He is marched short of it. And the Giants stopped them 4 times from the 1-yard line.
Wow.
And there is what is going on with these franchises right now.
Yep.
The resiliency of the beat-up Giants, the inexplicable Raider inability to get the job done, and the Giants are that close to a division title.
Look at the center, got absolutely destroyed, Mike. I mean, he never got out of his stance almost before he got blown up into Kerry Collins' lap. Do you get that football in?
You would think you would challenge it. I know they only have 1 timeout left, but you would think throw the red flag. Now the Raiders are challenging the ruling on the field. It's their only way to stay in the game here.
Wow.
As you watch Tom Coughlin, Norv Turner actually has somebody throw the flag for him.
They have a better arm than Norv.
Yeah.
That's what, yeah, he can throw it a little farther.
Telling Pete Morelli he got in, and Pete Morelli will tell us. I'll check it out.
Oakland is challenging the ruling on the field at the runner crossed the goal line.
This is the final Raider challenge.
Wow.
At 2:31, only 31 seconds left to challenge any plays.
I've never been a coach in the National Football League, so I can say this with all honesty. Wow. Watch the center, number 62. He never gets out of his stance, Mike. They had no shot.
That's Adam True, who's in for the injured Jake Grove. Now, this angle is right down the line, and you can see the ball there. The angle from Skycam is from behind, so the perspective is changed.
Right.
This is the look. These two down the lines where you have to decide.
It's across the white, so it looks like he got it in, but wow. A 6'5".
Morelli.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. New York's ball, first down.
Whoa. Whoa.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the Raiders are out of timeouts and out of challenges.
Wow.
So the Giants will take over inside their own 1. The Raiders have to hope to get a safety here to make it a 7-point game. Because they are out of timeouts. Obviously, the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning.
Oh.
Well.
No, he didn't, Mike. He didn't jump offside.
Yes, he did.
He was drawn offside.
Tommy Kelly.
Roachman, number 93. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
That is vintage Raiders. The most penalized team in the NFL on an annual basis. A killer flag for the Raiders.
Yes, that was.
You talk about them leading the league in penalties. They have 7 of the top 10 penalty seasons in the NFL all time.
They're consistent.
1st and 5 from just outside the 5. Barber runs for 3. Raiders powerless to stop it. So this will take us to the 2-minute warning. The New York Giants on their way to win 11 and a guaranteed home playoff game next weekend at the Meadowlands.
Well, they'll be tough to beat.
Through lots of adversity the last couple of weeks and here tonight. 2 minutes left. Really, 27 minutes left in the year.
Relive another great moment on ESPN. It's the biggest day of racing in America, the fabled Indianapolis 500. Difficult to capture for the most savvy veteran drivers, more difficult for a young 26-year-old gunning for his first checkered flag at the Brickyard at Indianapolis. But Helio Castroneves defied the odds and won the big race, climbed the catch fence, and the legend of Spider-Man was born. A celebration of sports memories from around the globe. Great moments on ESPN.
Scott? Mm-hmm. Did you possibly switch chairs with me?
No, not me.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Good luck finding your chair, LeBron.
Okay. Okay.
As 2005 ends, the Giant family, certainly, especially this evening, thoughts of Wellington Mara, Bob Tisch, the owners, the Mara family, such a great family in the National Football League's history. Those two owners passing away within a month of each other. Mr. Mara at 89, Mr. Tisch at 79, both from cancer. A couple of Giant players mentioned as their responsibility as Barber runs for the first down that'll clinch it to win the division title in their memory this year. Two beloved figures in football and in New York Giants football, and certainly their memories and legacies will be remembered by these Giants and the whole Giants family as 2005 comes to an end. Barber's carry taking the Giant running back over 200 yards for the second time here in the final month of the season. 220 against Kansas City, 203 here tonight. What an outstanding game. Third 200-yard performance on the year, tying O.J. second behind Earl Campbell on the all-time NFL list.
He just moved up in my MVP voting. He's now second.
He was amazing. Well, message to Mike Holmgren and Sean Alexander. Here is the number you need tomorrow, 54.
54, and the Green Bay Packers do not play very good run defense, Mike. So I would be really shocked if he didn't get it. But I definitely think Sean Alexander will be given every opportunity to win that elusive rushing title.
What a phenomenal performance by Barber.
Yep.